Alright, today I'm going to be tying a Simram. It's a highly effective bonefish fly. You can see there. Heavily weighted. It's got a rabbit fur body, craft fur tail, lots of movement, especially even when the fly's static. Really effective and, to my mind, even underused bonefish fly. So the materials that you need for the fly are Gamakatsu S13S 4H 4S size 4, some fine French braid flat, danviles flat wax nylon 140, this is gotcha pink, some tan zonka, some tan craft fur, and some crystal flash. I'm using just plain pearl. And you also need some lead eyes. The eye choice is sort of up to you depending on the flat that you're fishing. So start, get the hook and the vise. And run on a nice base of thread. So, first thing you want to do is get yourself a couple of strands of crystal flash. And fold it over the thread. And then run it down around the bend, all the way around. Next, you want your craft fur, size 4, take, like a quarter pencil. They're taking this shorter fibres out, line them up, get rid of that scrap at the bottom. There you go. Line it up. The tail, it's up to you. I like my Simram tail fairly long, like 2 shank lengths. You can always trim it back in the field, if you feel that it's too big, your fly's a bit big. Come back up. And your tying point should be just above the barb. And secure that down. At this point you can come in and trim your crystal flash. Like, just trim it slightly longer than the craft fur. And then you're ready to tie in your eyes. I'm using just a pair of black lead eyes, barbels, medium. So it's fairly heavy, this fly. You need a bit of weight because the body's quite bulky, so it will sink very slowly. Like if you use bead chain, well, you're going to need to be fishing in incredibly skinny water with your Simram if you're using bead chain. And I will go slightly larger than this, even tying a large lead eye if I'm fishing, a waist deep flat. So at this point, I like to you need to cut yourself a length of flat braid. tie it in just in front of the dumbbells. Then get some super glue. You know, doesn't matter what brand, they're all the same. So the same stuff, chemically identical. Get some super glue around the eyes, the dumbbell eyes, on this back section, but around the bend, and just stick it on here as well. You're adding a layer of security and a bit of durability to your fly, so you can get a few fish in it. I mean, this flat braid's quite fragile, and this flat braid's quite fragile. Just bumped my camera there, sorry. So when you're stripping this fly over rough coral or anything like that, it's liable to get ripped up. You come back and come over the top of the back of the eye, right? And then fold it back, leave your tag end. You don't want that. You don't want to trim that away. Leave that there. Right. You can even come over just if you think it needs. Yeah. Right. At this point we're ready to get the tie in the body. So we'll make a dubbing loop. Wrap it around the loop a couple of times, pull it back. And then take my thread up to the front. So just 4.5 inches, just to kind of keep the thread bouncing about while I'm doing my dubbing loop. So you can tie the leather in, but I don't like to. I think it makes it adds a bit of unnecessary bulk. You know, and it brings. It's a slightly quicker tie, but it brings nothing to the pattern's effectiveness. The dubbing loop keeps your body nice and tight, gives you a fly that's nicer to cast as well, than having all that wet leather. So if you give your zonker a stretch, it'll straighten it and sort of align the fibres. You know, they're often quite twisted when you take them out of the packet, so just give the leather a short stretch. Then I just like to stick it in a bulldog clip. I find that this is like a 2-inch clip. It's like just the perfect length for a size 4 Simram. So get it there. Grab the scissors. Trim the leather away. It can be worth waxing. I like to wax my dubbing loop. Just quick run with the wax. Just gives it a bit of grip. Again, it's got to last. Makes your fly last longer, which is always a good thing. Now you get a few extra fish in one fly. Saves time at the vise, more time spent fishing. So just put the rabbit fur into the loop and spin it until you've got a nice body. If you find it kind of catching up, just use a toothbrush. Once you've got a nice tight dubbing rope, wind it forward, creating a nice fluffy body. Just pull the fibre back, the rabbit fur back on each turn. Don't worry if you think you're trapping a lot of fibres, you can pick them out. Just keep one turn in front of the other, pulling it back each time. And as I say, don't worry if it looks a mess. It doesn't look very good. You're going to fix it. wind that hold of it. Even here at the head you can see it's sort of twisted together. Don't worry about that. Your dubbing needle can fix it. Right, cross over your thread a couple of turns, and then just again for a bit added security I like to pull the thread back, doubled over. You know, you're not really adding any bulk, but you're adding a bit of strength. So then I like to just come in with my dubbing needle and I push it the length of the body through it, and then just pull it up. And any of those trapped fibres get pulled up. You got that nice wispy rabbit fur. You got a lot of movement, as I say, especially I mean places like Hawaii, where they tend to like a kind of bigger fly but not necessarily moving. This is a great partner. You can give it a couple of strips to get their attention, let it sit, but it's still, you know, any current is catching that rabbit fur and it's wiggling away, looking edible if you're a bonefish. Then just draw the rabbit down the sides there, so that it's separate over the top, and pull your flat braid forward to kind of sort of form a back. One turn, two, three over the thing. Fold it back again, just as I say, an extra bit of durability. Come in, wind your head, throw in a couple of whip finishes. There you go. And another one just for security. One. There we go. And at this point you can come in, grab your waist piece, cut your thread, and then that's just a wee touch of super glue, or head cement, whatever you prefer. Put a wee bit of durability in the fly, and there you have it, the Simram. A really good bonefish fly. Absolutely deserves a place in your box. Tie some up, give them a try. Thanks for watching.